Welcome back to Foundation Focus. I'm your host, Tom Jones, with the Education Foundation. We took a break last year, and now we're back for a new school year. And today, I'm just thrilled to welcome Cynthia Pilloni, Vice President of PNC Financial Services Group, and the Chair of the Education Foundation. Welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you, Tom.
Last year was a very difficult year and a very busy year for the Foundation. And we worked really hard to stay relevant to the school district during the pandemic event. And I just wanted to give a quick overview as to what happened last year, and then Cynthia and I will just jump into the new school year. Last year, we donated $60,000 for laptops to support distance learning as the school district shifted to online learning. We donated 80 iPads from Florida Power and Light. We donated $10,000 for learning kits for our summer program, and we raised $30,000 for hygiene kits for our homeless students. And we also provided 2,000 meals to our homeless students and families with the help from Fort Pierce Rotary Club and Fort Pierce Women's Club. So we had a really busy summer last year. And during the school year, we donated $73,000 in teacher grants to support literacy, STEM, struggling students, and workforce readiness certifications. And that's a record high for us. And then as we ended the school year in May, we donated and provided over $50,000 in scholarships from our many donors. And I'd like to recognize the Aaron Project as our key donor for the scholarship program. And finally, we donated 75,000 masks to the school district and 110 gallons of hand sanitizer. So even though we weren't on air with Foundation Focus, the foundation was very, very busy. Now, Cynthia has been the chair of the foundation for 2 years now. This is her second year and her last year. So I wanted to thank Cynthia for her service to the foundation, and just say how much of a pleasure it's been to work with you. So Cynthia, welcome.
Oh, thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. It's been an honor to serve as chair for the Education Foundation, so thank you.
You know, just looking back at the financials have not been formally set yet, but we just went through the audit and we had a good year. Okay, we ended the year on a positive note, and even though the numbers aren't as strong as they were the prior year because of the cancellation of some key programs, under your leadership, we stood firm. We ended the year in the black, okay? We didn't lose any money, yet we provided a record number of programs. I'm really so proud of the fact that we're able to grow the teacher grant program every year. And as I look back, we started the program, I didn't start the program, but maybe 5 or 7 years ago, the program provided about $15,000 to $20,000 to the district. And we just kept working at it and working at it. A few years ago, we reached the $50,000 mark. Last year, we reached $73,000 under your leadership, which is a record. And we're looking forward to even bigger numbers in the future.
Don't steal my thunder.
Okay, yeah, we got to stop a little bit, right? I tend to run ahead a little bit. But Cynthia, let's start off, if you could just talk a little bit about yourself, your passion for children, and also the passion that PNC has for early literacy.
Absolutely. Well, my role with PNC Bank is I'm the Client and Community Relations Assistant Director, and our market is from Vero Beach, Brevard, all the way down to Miami. So it's a big market, but we love being part of our Southeast territory. And my role is to work with the local communities and local nonprofit organizations on community outreach. Here locally, I also help manage our foundation. And PNC's largest philanthropic initiative is early childhood education, and I know we'll talk a little bit more about that, but it's great that I could participate in the community where I live and I work and be able to support our friends here.
Well, that's terrific. You know, PNC Bank has been a benefactor of the foundation, going back more than 10 years, probably going on 20 years. And so I want to thank you for that. This year, you're a grand benefactor, so thank you for your sponsorship level. And we'll chat more about the annual dinner and all, you know. So we're looking at the first half of the school year, and the foundation follows the calendar, the school calendar. So what we actually did was, and I'm just going to stop a little bit and just tell everyone, our calendar and our fiscal year starts in July. So even though the school hasn't even started in early July, we're very busy. So early on, we sponsor the New Teacher Symposium. So each year, the school district hires new staff. I think last year was about 300 people. And they have a symposium or an orientation program. The foundation has been a proud sponsor of that, the exclusive sponsor. So what we do is we bring in corporate sponsors, and PNC Bank has always been there. And this allows the teachers to have access to key businesses in the community. And it's an opportunity for us to meet the new teachers and to let them know what the foundation does. So we did that in early July, okay? And then, of course, as the school district begins to open up, there's a series of meetings with staff and all of that. And we're heavily involved in that, meeting with the principals and kind of framing up the school year. And then, of course, the doors open, you know, for the new school year, and all of our programs start. One of our earliest programs, or the first programs, is our teacher grant program. And this is something I had already mentioned. We gave a record of $73,000 last year. But let's talk a little bit about the grant program, okay? And the way it works is that in the state of Florida, just so the audience knows, there's one education foundation authorized in each county. We're all independent, but we also work together. So I work very closely with our friends in Martin County and Indian River County and even Palm Beach. We're sort of all linked together. And so we talk about ideas, and we talk about, you know, what programs we'll sponsor. And then there's a consortium, sort of like a trade group, that kind of binds us all together. And then what they do is they speak with the state legislators every year. And for the past 21 years, they've been able to secure funding, match grant funding, for the education foundations. So if we raise $1, then we could match $1, okay? And last year, and we're all part of that process, all the foundations. In fact, in January, we always go up to Tallahassee. We meet with our legislators, and it's a great opportunity for me to sit down one-on-one with our state representatives and our senators. And we have an opportunity to tell the story of the foundation. And last year, all of the ed foundations in the state received a record amount of $6.5 million, which was then divided up by an algorithm based on the density of population in each county. And because St. Lucie County is growing, we actually secured a record $90,000, approximately $90,000 as a match. So that meant if we raised $90,000, okay, we would get $90,000. And we're working on, and that's the program that we worked on early in the year. So we knew we had this match, so our goal was then to work with the school district and to work with the public, and then to connect with the community, okay, to raise money for a dollar-for-dollar match. So that's how the program works. And there are 6 programmatic areas that qualify for the match from the teacher standpoint. So what happens is then we let the teachers know that we have some money and they can place the application. All of this is now automated. It's an automated program. Okay, so what happens is the teachers go online and they place the application, and then it's collected. And we're in the process right now where the money is in, okay, from the state, or most of it. The match has already taken place. And what we've actually done is that we now are receiving the applications, and we're looking at them now. And we'll make the announcement next month. And what we focus on are struggling students, literacy, STEM. We focus on workforce readiness initiatives. For instance, we do a lot of funding for certifications, and we work on the professional development of the teaching staff, and also science too. STEM is a big program. Every year we are the sponsor of the science fair. Okay, we actually sponsor that. Just to give an example, we provide certifications for workforce readiness, and we also provide struggling students, and that's been a passion of yours and mine. And also literacy, pre-literacy is very important. And you and I know, and I want the public just to understand, that if a child doesn't read proficiently by the 3rd grade, they likely will not graduate from high school. So that's a very key area. And I know you and I have had many conversations about this, and we've even gone to some seminars together sponsored by PNC Bank. And PNC Bank knows that the earlier the better. And I know you have a lot of work in the pre-K level. And we have pre-K programs here at the school district as well. So what we did in terms of the program, I want you to jump in. We actually began to work on a literacy program, okay, for students for the kindergarten level. But I know that PNC Bank has had a passion for that for a long time.
We have. It is, gosh, it's going into its 14th year now, and the program is called Grow Up Great, and it's a $500 million bilingual program to support school readiness, and it's to prepare children birth to age 5 for kindergarten. And, you know, being on the Education Foundation and supporting STEAM and professional development and career engagement, we've always been able to help those programs and initiatives, but we've been very excited to partner with early literacy and improving the graduation rate. We do know that it starts off with our young ones, and that, you know, 85% of the brain is developed by 3 years old, 18 months, 90% of the brain is developed. So for us, it was very apparent to start supporting young, because those are our future workers, our future leaders. And so we created this program with Fred Rogers and Sesame Street Workshop, and together we've been able to kind of create free educational resources. So there's our website, pncgrowupgreat.com. On there's over 100 lesson plans, all theme-based, all bilingual. We have digital books. It's a resources for educators, families, simply available to download. We also have some great marketing pieces that we distribute to the community for free, all with Sesame Street characters, the Fred Rogers characters, Daniel Tiger. So we look to support and participate in a lot of programming and early childhood initiatives. And I know that with the new program that we've launched this year is the Play with Purpose. And I won't steal your thunder, and I'll let you talk a little bit about how that's impacted the district and the kindergarten children that we are looking to support. And hopefully in the next year or so, we can look to bring that same programming to VPK children in St. Lucie County.
You know, that's great. You know, the district understands, because I've spoken to Mr. Jen about this, that, you know, the parenting is a key aspect, obviously. And at that early level, you and I know as a grandparent, you as a parent, how important it is to you know, read with our children and all of that. So, and I'm so glad that PNC has this great program. And really, so a parent can actually go online and call, and then they can actually get these resources.
Absolutely. So
okay.
On our website, as I mentioned, on there it has resources. It'll say Teacher's Toolkit, it'll say Parents, and it keeps clicking them into different websites. It actually even connects them to the Sesame Street Workshop. So all of those were created with Sesame Street Workshop and their leaders. You know, we're bankers, so we go to them with assistance on how to prepare those. So yes, they're absolutely free. Anyone who walks into our branches can receive some of these Grow Up Great materials. April's our anniversary month, so they'll see some materials on there. But even on our local website, it'll say, how can I request information? And there'll be a local contact, which will direct them directly to me.
That's terrific. You know, actually, out of the chat that I had with Cynthia a few years ago, we talked about early learning and literacy. We started to talk about, you know, what does it look like in our kindergarten classrooms? And so I started talking with the school district, and I don't know if the public knows this, but nationwide there's been a movement to move away from structured play as a curriculum. And at least for me, and I'm sure for you, in kindergarten, the classrooms were filled with toys. And that's a form of structured play that helps with the socialization of the students, but also helps with phonics and the pre-literacy skills that are so important. And certainly it backs up to even pre-K. So 4 and 5 years old really need this. And the history is about it as late as way back in 1870 in the United States. And this model came out of Europe. We started to formulate kindergarten into the school district programs. And kindergarten is actually a German word, kinder meaning kids, and garden meaning a garden. But it wasn't a flower or vegetable garden. It was a playground, which now has been internalized into a classroom. So the classroom at the kindergarten levels, historically for almost over 100 years, has been all about purposeful play. And the last couple of years, last 7 to 10 years in the United States, there's been a movement away from that. And the school district here in St. Lucie County wants to bring that back. So that was the connection, our conversation about early literacy, the knowledge that the school district needed funding to bring back purposeful play toys. So we created a program called Play with Purpose. And this program is now modeled in 2 schools, and it's bringing back structured play and play sets to all of our students. And it's working out really well. The testing is going to start very soon, so we'll be able to see how the testing is really working. But for us, the way it works is that the foundation funded and worked with the school district, and we created 17 themed kits. They're like a big kit. And in the next program, I'll actually bring a kit in and we'll take a deep dive on this. But we took a look, we created these 7 themed kits, and the theme kit might be, let's visit the doctor, let's go to a zoo, let's play restaurant. So they're creative themes, and in each bin there are 4 identical kits, so the students can break up into 4 teams for each classroom, and each classroom has a different theme each week. So the themes can be rotated each week, and the students are actually role-playing and socializing. It even helps with micro coordination of the hands, okay, as they're playing with the toys. And these are high-quality toys that are durable, and we expect the life expectancy to be about 6 years. So that program is called Play with Purpose. It's ongoing now. We just received funding from the Children's Services Council of $10,000 for another school, so we'll have 3 schools out of the 26. And you'll hear a lot more about it because we're going to be reaching out to the public to help fund the kits, and there's a matching grant opportunity to do that for next year. So let's switch back now to the matching grant program, because the matching grant program is ready to take off this year. Mm-hmm. We raised actually a record amount of money with the help of the school district this year, and I'm so proud to state that we're going to provide $106,264 back to the school district for the teacher grant program this year.
Record-breaking this year, so that's very, very exciting. So we want to thank our benefactors and the school district for all their help in assisting with us. This is something really to highlight. It's been some hard times, and it's great that the foundation, the district, and the community can continue to increase its support and be able to have us match the grants and put that back into the district and the community.
Part of the programming that we funded is a READS program, which PNC Bank funds. So talk briefly about READS. It's a great program.
Absolutely. So we're very excited. It's Read for the Record. It is a national event that takes place on October 28th, and it's where the community comes together and reads the same book, for the most part at the same time, for our young children. And I know Palm Beach has done this, I know Broward has done this. We're lucky in PNC that we're able to participate throughout the counties here. And here in St. Lucie County, we've partnered with the district, and we purchased books for every single child in VPK classes throughout St. Lucie County. So we will be donating those books shortly. I know that the books are going to be here soon. And then we're also virtually volunteering for this event. So we have many, many PNC employees who will be reading this book to the children in our VPK classes, as well as performing an activity. So it's a theme-based activity based on the book that they'll be able to interact with the children, and then have the families be able to keep these books at home. So the children will get them, the teachers will receive them for their classroom, and it'll be an added extra literacy material that we can do. And we love supporting that every year with you all. So thanks for helping facilitate that.
Yeah, it's a great program, and thank you. Now, there's also going to be an option to either read virtually through Zoom or to read in person. So I want to invite the public that if you would like to read to a student this year, contact me, Tom Jones, at the Ed Foundation, and just send me an email at efslc.org, or I'm sorry, tom.jones at efslc.org, and then we can schedule you in. What is the date for that? It's
October 28th.
October 28th. So this program will just start airing around that time.
It'll be Thursday, and I know many of our classes will range from 9 a.m. all the way up to 11:30. So based on the opportunity in each classroom is when the PNC representative will be able to speak and read for those children. We really try to work around the classroom and the needs for them. So we'll be happy to share some pictures via social media.
That's great.
If those would like to come and like the Education Foundation on Twitter and LinkedIn, on Facebook and Instagram. So we'll share some photos there. We'll share some pictures of the books once they've been delivered, and how we'll be delivering the books as well.
Great program. Thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you.
Partnership between PNC, the school district, and the foundation for many, many years.
Well, thank you.
Hey, let's switch gears and talk about our biggest fundraiser of the year, okay?
Yes,
This
absolutely.
is the Evening for Education celebration. We're entering our 22nd year, and normally this is a gala. It's really a black tie formal optional gala, a lot of fun. And last year we had to cancel it, and this year with the new COVID variant we had to cancel it also. And I say cancel, we didn't cancel, we changed it actually, we modified it. So this year it's going to be a celebration still of public ed, and I'm going to hand this over to you. This is the latest flyer for it. And the event will be on Saturday, November the 13th at 6 p.m. It's going to be a trivia night fun type of event. So we're going to shake it up a little bit. It's going to be on Zoom. So we're going to, you buy a ticket, and the ticket is $75. And $25 of that ticket you'll be able to use the stub of that ticket to get $25 off a meal at 7 local restaurants. So the ticket has value. You pay $75 for the ticket, $50 goes towards the foundation fundraiser, and $25 goes back to the restaurant that's actually helping us with the program. So it's called Evening for Education. So it's a celebration, online trivia. And here's how it's going to work. And jump in again, Cynthia, if you want to. The Zoom is going to be you buy a ticket and you can be with friends if you want, all on one screen on a laptop with a camera, and you will be either a team or you'll join a team. So we have sponsors, okay, and PNC Bank is one of our grand benefactors. So if they want to, they would be a team, okay, and they'll go into a chat room, a Zoom chat room, and then they'll see a host there, and this host will be able to ask the trivia questions, and they have some time to answer those, and then they're all collected, and then we find out who actually won, and there are prizes. So it'll be a trivia night game event, and during the event there'll be mission moments, an opportunity for us as the foundation organizers to talk about what's happening in the school district and how the foundation is supporting our children, and to raise money. So this is our biggest fundraiser of the year.
The year it is, and as Tom mentioned, it's our 22nd year, and we're very excited. Not only does your ticket qualify you for the restaurants, dollars go back into the local community for that, but we have some really exciting auction items as well. So there's over 100 items on there. I know that we'll start releasing those very, very soon, and then you'll have the opportunity to purchase those or bid for those until December 5th.
That's correct. Yeah, actually, the online auction starts the night of the event, and the auction actually runs for just about a month. It runs all the way from November 13th through December the 5th. And last year, we actually migrated from a silent auction that was actually at the dinner to an online auction, and it really worked out well. So now everyone can join the online auction. You don't have to buy a ticket, and that opens up. So you just go onto our website at efslc.org. You'll see a link there starting on November the 13th at 6 o'clock for the auction. Last year we had well over 100 items. I think we're going to break that record again.
Great.
And it's an opportunity to just bid on a whole host of items. The most popular item is what? The most popular item?
The board basket.
You're right. The board booze basket, right? So the board donates a lot of money for spirits and wine. And there's some lovely wines in there, some great spirits in there.
So thank you to our board for that.
Yeah, very, and also it's really popular school district basket. The school, we have 16 schools already, probably a couple more coming in, and every year the schools make these fabulous baskets, and they're very coveted, okay? And they go for much more than the actual street value, okay? But it's just the themes are so creative. A lot of times the children are part of the students are part, and the art departments are part of this and all. So it's really it's a great program.
A lot of the baskets are one of a kind, as Tom mentioned, with children's art in there. So gives the children an opportunity to create something fantastic. And then a lot of the schools also utilize our local partners in the community, from local staycations, local restaurants, again, very theme-based packages.
Right.
So they're very fun. And I know it always brings out the competitive spirit in me to be the first one online, see what those auction items are, check them daily, check them throughout the week, and then on December 5th. try to see who we can outbid.
Right,
but,
right, yeah. We actually track the folks that are bidding, and it goes really, really up.
Yep.
And on the last day, it gets very competitive.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am one of those folks. So.
Well, thank you for your support of that. Now, I mentioned again that you buy the ticket online for $75. Now, $25 of that stub is worth $25. So let me mention the restaurants, okay?
Absolutely.
There are 7 restaurants this year that are part of this. Meeting Street, Fine Steaks and Seafood, Pasteo Homemade Pasta and Pizza. Both of those restaurants are in Tradition, okay? And then Kyle G's has 3 restaurants that are part of this. Kyle G's Prime Seafood in Jensen Beach, Oak and Ember Steakhouse on Becker Road. Oak and Ember Steakhouse actually features Adams Ranch beef. Okay, so if you don't know, Adams Ranch is one of the largest ranches in the United States, headquartered right here in St. Lucie County. Adams Ranch has been a benefactor of the foundation for years. They're now selling their beef to Whole Foods, but they're also doing it to the finer restaurants in town, and Oak and Embers is one of those. So if you want to have a very elegant meal with some great local beef, you really want to buy a ticket and try Oak and Ember Steakhouse. And then Kyle G's opened up a new oyster and wine bar in St. Lucie West. So those tickets are good at any of those 3 restaurants. In Fort Pierce, 12A Bowie, they came back, they loved the program. And then we're welcoming also Moonshwiners. Greatest barbecue you'll ever have. You got to go to Moonshwiners in Fort Pierce. Just terrific barbecue.
They are.
So these are great restaurants, or local restaurants, and I'm not going to tell you who, but almost all of these give back their proceeds to the foundation. And that's not the purpose of the program. We want to support our businesses as well. But so these are great local restaurants, and it's just $25 off. So what you do is you have your meal, you present the coupon, you can combine them. So get all your friends who bought tickets that have the $25 stub, you can combine them, and you just take $25 off per stub. So it's a great program. We're very excited about it. So help us with our major fundraising program every year, and Evening for Education. And also I want to mention very briefly, we're also going to celebrate our Hall of Champions this year. We started this a few years ago. We want to recognize leaders in the community and folks that have graduated from the St. Lucie Public School District and have made an impact in public education. And we're going to be announcing very, very shortly the winners of the Hall of Champions. So during the trivia night session, when we take a break, we're going to present a video of the winners of the Hall of Champions. And that's all part of our celebration of excellence for education, and it's all part of our effort to support public education here in St. Lucie County. Cynthia, I want to thank you so much for your leadership, and I want to thank you for everything that you have done for the foundation through PNC Bank, as well as personally for many, many years of support. And now, maybe you can come back. We'll see about the schedule, okay? For the second, we'll come back into the studio for this to preview the second half of the school year. So we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about what we're doing for Night of the Stars and for scholarship programming, and also a new fundraiser called the Fun Run. Yep. It's a community fun run. So there's a lot of things going on with the Ed Foundation. I want to thank the public for all of your support, and please give a donation to efslc.org. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everyone.